Episode 1.
Episode 1. What's cracking, people?
Hey.
Hey, you don't stop either.
Oh man, listen, I'm so happy to be here. Listen, this is the first ever episode of
Bruhmigos.
Bruhmigos. Bro, it's bruh.
Bruh, you're right. My bad.
Emphasis
Okay.
on bro.
That's a great segue to my point. Okay.
What's your point?
This is a very homegrown, as you can see, we're in the garage. So this very homegrown podcast.
Yeah.
That I envision, I think we all envision, we want it to grow as we grow our followers. And as we grow our audience, we'll upgrade every episode. Today was a very big struggle.
The biggest,
to say the least.
Yeah, today was a very big struggle on trying to get this podcast going.
Right now it is, what time is it? 9 o'clock.
We started trying to put this podcast together at what? 5?
4?
4. I think it was like
before 4
4
maybe.
o'clock.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Maybe 3:30.
Yeah, because
We was like, yeah, we just gonna grab some mics and then we just gonna start talking because that's what we
Press
do.
a few buttons.
Yeah.
I brought the
Podcast
mixer.
started.
I brought the mixer over here. I was like, all right, we're gonna get this mixer. We're gonna get it straight.
This man brought Kanye West's original mixer from Through the Wire.
We got a whole nother set of mics over there that didn't work out. We're gonna return these tomorrow at Best Buy.
Absolutely, we got the receipts. That's for sure. These mics will be returned. Anyways, so what's
I
up,
love
fellas?
how Brandon checked like 3 times with the cashier. Like, are you sure we can return these?
Any
With
store.
my receipt,
Any store.
store credit.
Right.
So yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, man. Welcome to the Bruhmigos show.
We need like a tag thing right there.
We can do an intro, like an intro song. Freestyle.
The worst.
Bruhmigos. We'll just look that. That's fine. It was great.
We'll figure it out. But anyway, to get us started, I'm Brandon.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to introduce ourselves, right?
That might have been a good start.
Yeah, all right. Let's start with there. What's going on, world? My name is Asa. Some people call me Asa B. Some people call me Ace. Some people call me that dude. Some people, I go by a lot of names. But I don't know. How do I introduce myself? I'm a black guy.
Just like that.
I went to Hampton University, the real HU. Ooh, 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 ooh. Shout out to all the black college universities. I am a personal trainer. I'm a serial entrepreneur. And if I listed everything that I did, we'd be here for forever. So I'm just excited to do stuff that I love. I got a wife. I got a son. I got a baby boy. I got another one on the way. Most people don't know that, though.
There you go.
Damn.
There we go. There's a title. There's a title of our first podcast.
I got trapped,
I got another one on the way.
I got trapped. It was a
It'll be a surprise to everybody. Like, oh, we got a podcast, but no, really, Asa got another one.
This is a baby
on the
reveal.
way.
That's what this whole thing is about.
It's a message.
This is how we're gonna reveal.
It's a message to my unborn son.
Shoot. What else?
That's good.
I love
All right,
life.
your time
yeah.
is up.
You're good.
And I'm also on the show with 2 guys that don't really matter, so I'm gonna keep talking. No, go ahead. Smitty.
I'm Brandon. They call me B Smitty, B Daddy.
I knew. And something.
Woo! Knew that was coming.
And
One person call him Daddy.
I'm now. I'm not gonna tell you my backstory, but I'm now a podcaster. Remember that.
Mr. Incognito.
All right, we got the best person on the podcast.
Psych.
B Twizzo. They call me Brandon. That's my real name, but B2 for short. That's my nickname. Twizzy for all the
AKA?
people that know me really well.
B2 Trill.
B2
AKA?
Trail for the real ones.
The show.
Oh, the show!
In the
That's
show,
definitely another topic.
it's only for a specific.
Some have been listening
They
to this
know.
right now.
They know.
Knows who the show is.
The lights went off and Genuine just came on.
Oh, man.
The show doesn't come out anymore. He's retired.
It's been a minute.
Oh,
Huh?
man. I
Yeah,
can't wait
it
to
has been
describe
a
to
minute.
everyone in our listeners.
Strawberry
who the
Banks. That's
show
Strawberry
is.
Banks.
That's Strawberry Banks.
Strawberry Banks too, right there. That's 2000 and
You came up with the warm up before J. Cole.
damn. The warm up with no finish.
The warm up. All right. So what's up, fellas? We here. We in the garage. We talking. We drinking. We doing our thing. Whatever. We have no direction on what this podcast is going to be. We have no idea. We just thought that we'd be good enough to get out here and talk, and obviously it's not going to work that well. So,
The first one's gonna be rough, obviously.
absolutely, this episode's going to be trash.
I just hope my lighting's right.
Well, no, I mean, don't sell it like that. It's not gonna be trash. We're obviously
trash.
gonna.
Where's me working out the can? It's like a wrinkly shirt. It's not messed up. It's just, you know what I mean. You gotta get the iron out.
It's trash.
Get it. You know what I mean.
It's Kanye West. Holes in the shirt. Trash.
It's just like it's just like an unmastered track. You know what I mean? It's just you just gotta go through it again.
Right. I'm with it.
You drinking it straight too. You didn't put nothing in there, huh?
No.
Yeah. See, I poured you some Makers.
I'm a real man.
Then I brought you some Canada Dry over here.
No. We do Makers. We do Makers by itself.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to drive 3,000 hours to get back home.
That's
so
true.
He can drink that.
That's true. And I also got like 9 kids in the house right now, waiting to hang out and play. So
How often does that happen? I was surprised. It's like a daycare in there.
it happens whenever my wife decides to go, everyone come over! And I'm like, okay.
How is married life now that you're how many years in?
Dang. About to be 5.
5 years. Wow.
Are you
5 in
serious?
goes
September.
by
About to be 5 in September.
really fast.
Married
Damn.
5 in September.
That's
That's actually a good point. Right. So one of the things that we like the most about our dynamic and our friendship is that we are almost all in different stages of life. Right? You got me, married, with a kid, still super swagged out. You got Brandon, single, on his own, doing his own thing, trying to live the bachelor life.
Balling every day.
Who knows what he does? He's Mr. Secretive. And then you got B2, who's the... How would you describe yourself, too? I mean, single. Looking for love in all the wrong places.
All the wrong places.
Definitely
B2 is
seeking
a
love.
bleeding heart, for
Definitely
sure.
is seeking
Definitely
some
not.
love.
I'm a player.
No. You're definitely the
That doesn't
bleeding heart
crush
of
at
life.
all.
He just needs to be loved and caressed. And
Excuse me.
I'm definitely a player.
You could be on one of them shows like Finding Love.
No, I would be
B2
horrible
is.
at this show. I don't do well with.
Would you be falling in love with every contestant?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely have at least out of the 12 girls that arrive, I'd probably fall in love with at least 10.
Just because of that, I think that would be interesting just to see you.
Falling over every girl.
see 10 beautiful women and decide which
I
one
would
is.
probably try to make it work with all 10.
You know what I crack up about? Remember when B2 didn't know the difference?
Yes, I already know where you're going.
B2.
I already know where you're going.
Me and B2 shared a dorm our sophomore year in college. And this is when we discovered, and you're from Maryland, Moco.
Yeah.
All right, and me and Brandon are from Cali. Now,
Upland.
we were, stand up.
19th Street Blood Gangs.
We were talking one day about mixed girls and all stuff because from California, everybody, it's a big melting pot. You know, you got different mixes, you got different races and all stuff. But apparently at that time, this is back in what, 2006, 2007?
Right.
No, yeah.
Yeah, about 2006, 2007.
Niggas old.
Damn,
B2.
really
Like,
bad.
no, we were that long ago. Oh, shit.
Now, B2 at this point in time had only known 2 different types of women. White women and black women. That was it. There was no in between.
That's not true. That's
maybe
not true.
Mexican.
That's
Maybe
yeah,
Mexican.
yeah,
That's not true.
Maybe Mexican.
In Maryland, there aren't Mexicans. There are like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, like
Alright.
everything.
All I
but,
know
like,
is
Mexican.
B2 could not tell the difference between anyone that was blended.
Period.
All right, we
Period.
gave this dude.
If you were mixed,
pictures.
baby, then
if you
I
were
think,
mixed,
yeah.
you were either black
I
or
don't
white.
know.
You weren't black
if
and
you
white.
were a specific, like if you were Dominican.
No, you didn't
No.
have that in your lexicon.
Yes, I
no,
know.
it's not
I
even.
definitely
No.
tell.
You know.
She's curly hair, so she's probably white. She's white. We're like,
Dominican was.
we showed him so many pictures of girls. Like we showed him a picture of a black and white girl, mixed girl. For us, it was obvious. Like, yeah, she's probably black and white. You know. No, 2 was like, she black. We're like, I mean,
To society,
she black.
she is black.
No, don't try to get all
No,
deep.
no,
Don't
no,
even try to be
Society.
deep. You just didn't know.
If she identifies
Anyways,
as black, then
The
that's
point,
what she is.
my point, and I digress. The whole point was, B2, you come a long way, man. You come a long way. B2 moved out to Cali. Now he don't want nothing but, well, I don't even know what you want anymore. He out here tasting the rainbow.
You gotta try all different shades and colors to see what you want. See what you like.
At first, you was just like, I only want
Black girls.
a white girl.
I
remember we had
definitely
that
never
talk. Don't you
said I
remember that?
only want white girls. Never come out of my mouth. Don't ever.
Wait, too, are you saying there's something wrong with white girls?
I'm not saying there's
So what are you trying to say, man?
There's nothing wrong with white girls, but the phrase "I only want white girls" would never come out of my mouth. I've only dated white women. up until the point that you're talking about,
I was just messing
I
with
went to HBCU. I would never say that.
All right.
You wanted to leave this HBCU.
I did.
You did.
I
think all of us at some point wanted to. Well, I did.
Mine was senior, junior year.
Mine was junior year.
I was
God,
like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, I'm glad I stayed
100%.
because I would have been mad at PWI.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
That would have been
for
right.
sure.
It just would have been right. That feeling is just not the same. PWI being predominantly white institutions, yeah.
Incarcerations.
Remember we wanted to go to San Diego?
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Like, I really wanted to go to San Diego State. I only applied to 2 schools.
Right.
Hampton and San Diego State. And I got accepted to both. But all my dudes went to Hampton, so I was like, bet, that's where we're going.
Right.
Like, how often do you get to go to school with your best friends, travel 3,000 miles away, turn up?
Had the biggest broom any freshman has.
It was unfair.
324, James Hall.
Ooh, James Hall.
How did y'all even get? Like, how did y'all make that happen?
Pull some
You
strings,
that's
baby.
3, you know what I'm saying? We walked through the whole building. We said, no, we want that one right
They
there.
were like, oh, that one's taken. We was like, by us. Like, you know? Nah, I don't know. We really just put in for it. We schmooshed a couple people and they gave it to us. I remember applying. I don't remember applying for it.
I don't remember even 2 other roommates being really an option. I don't know how we swung that.
I don't know. No, it was in a. I remember they had a form and they were like, "Who do you want to room with?" And I put you and Marion in there, and I was like, "We're trying to get a triplex and all this stuff." And we went through the whole process. We smoothed up a couple people, and then next thing you know,
Y'all must have been like one of the only people.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Trio.
I think so. Because even people
that's the
below
only trio room I saw.
the people below us even didn't have trio
Box?
room. Box, yeah. The niggas didn't have
We got a lot of stories. Look, let's we really don't know what we're talking about, but since we're talking about intros, let's kind of talk about our origins, right? We started. Well, first let's talk about our origins. First, me and Brandon met probably first time in the 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade.
And then I met him one time through a mutual friend, and then we didn't see each other again until like high school.
High school, yeah.
And I immediately recognized him because he was the only kid I ever saw with a head that big. that's that big head kid. I remember him.
Draw knowledge.
And he always had the freshest kicks and all that stuff or whatever. And I don't know, we just clicked or whatever, and then we've been hanging out ever since. Now, we all went to Hampton University, which we ran into. B2 lived on the same floor as us.
Right.
And how did we meet?
I think
We met through a mutual friend, I think Aaron or something, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you knew Aaron?
No.
Me and
Oh,
you
Aaron
roomed,
Monday. Oh, Monday.
but you roomed with one of our friends, Ryan.
Yes.
He roomed with one of our other good friends, Ryan. They lived down the hall. And to make a long story short, B2, ain't no punk. Okay. But I remember our first real acquaintance was during our prank wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. B2 decided that we were picking on Ryan, really. And B2 was getting some of the side effects of our prank wars that we were having with our other friend. And B2 decided to boss up and join into the prank wars. And he's certainly soon.
It was more so because Ryan was like, really, nigga, you just gonna let them do this to me?
B2 was trying to stay mutual.
Right,
But,
I was trying to
his
stay
roommate
out of
was
it.
like, hey, yo, you a punk. You're not helping me out.
Yeah.
What was we doing to him? We was doing stuff like,
You did something to his underwear, I remember.
We took all his underwear, got him wet, and put him in the freezer.
oh, that's right. We froze
No,
his underwear.
and his sheets. We took all his sheets and put them in the... Or no. His pillow sheet. His, the ones on the pillows.
Yes.
Put them in the freezer. His drawers in the freezer.
We made a disgusting cup of something, sat it on the door so when they walked out, it would fall on them. We did... I think the funniest one was when B2 got involved. He was running late for a class, so we tied the doorknob to a pole, and he couldn't exit. He couldn't leave his room. And you had to call somebody to come and get you or something.
Well, I was yelling in the hallway. For like
B2 was yelling like a hostage in the middle of the hallway.
Nobody came, and then I just gave up. And then I remember like the RA just happened to like walk by. He was like,
What's it?
He knocked on my door, and I was like, yeah, bro, I've been here for like an hour. I missed my class. Like, you can help me out.
Bruh, like, oh man, imagine being locked in your own room and can't get out. Like, oh man. Anyways, that's how I guess.
But
we hit it off.
that story also is why 2 ended up staying at Hampton. He was gonna leave. He's like, man, it's just boring.
We all had that moment where like we were kind of over it. Like we were so far away from home.
Well, freshman year for me was just, it was horrible because I thought my interpretation of college was more so like I was gonna have fun, be wild. whatever, have these non-limitations, but like still get to be an adult. But Hampton, freshman year, put like all these rules.
Rightfully so, though.
No,
in retrospect,
it was much needed.
It's so
you
much.
see what happened to the kids that didn't follow the
Right,
rules.
yeah.
Right. And then also
curfew was weak, though.
But also, though, like the curfew sucked, except for all the time, all the fun we had after 10 p.m.
You know what?
In the freaking dorm room, we were like, we can't go nowhere, nigga. We gotta make fun right here.
Remember
like,
we started grilling? We make breakfast.
No, we
made grills. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about when you put people together in a confined space and limit them and their resources. We get really creative. We decided, and we're not allowed to cook in our dorm room. We're not allowed to have electronic stuff.
Not in a microwave.
We're not allowed to have refrigerators, and we had all of those things. Here's the thing, though. One day we decided, man, we're tired of eating this cafeteria food, and we want fresh cooked breakfast.
Well, yeah, because at the beginning of the year, your mom's had already bought us a flat top. The you know what I mean? Like the little
forming grill.
Yeah,
type thing.
not the forming grill. It's called like a flat, like what you make.
Oh
like proper pancakes or burgers on.
Like that little flat thing.
Where
That's
it's like
right.
you know what I mean, like 12 inches, and you got the whole just 12 by 14. You just over there getting it just grimy.
I don't know what we did, but man,
it was a day we were stuck inside. I think it was like rainy, and then I think Ryan came up with the idea.
Yeah, of course it is. First of all,
so we didn't only make burgers. We made the worst. We made bacon burgers. Which means the bacon
burgers.
We almost had the thing, so we had the window right here.
Yeah, we cooked it right in front of the window so it's cracked so the smell would go out that way.
Right that way. We had the fan going that way. We had to put a towel under the door.
Yes, so the smell wouldn't get out.
Then we had like
we had to unhook the smoke alarm. Yeah. We unhooked the smoke alarm. We got so creative because we were just like, man, after rules, after system, we got this. We gonna make some breakfast. We should have some gourmet bacon burgers or something. I don't know what we ate. I don't remember
either.
I just remember we grilled.
I just remember like, fuck it, we gonna do it.
And we was in here fanning the smoke like, go outside. You think you can smell it? Can you smell it? But it's just stuff like that was really fun, man. Like college was like a great time. Even when we were ready to go, for certain, the friends that we made, I think kept us there for sure.
Yeah, I think just to piggyback off of that idea, it's just like, I think the reason why Hampton is obviously better than Howard, not to start the Hampton Howard war.
No, yeah, you did.
But like,
just look at it.
I mean, it is
just
what it
look
is.
At it.
But like, Howard has this like prestige because there's like a lot of celebrities alumni, that go there. They're in like a major city. There's like so much to do. But I think Hampton has this family oriented, like when you make a bond with somebody, like you really make a bond with them because you don't have those distractions. Like you don't have the clubs and stuff to go to. Like you really have to go to the house parties. You have to go to the dorms. You have to like actually spend time with these people and really get to know them.
There's no escaping it.
Yeah, like you can't it's just a real friendship, real family oriented type of place. Yeah.
Do you see I've never been to Howard really for real, but I guess on their main yard, I guess like the people that are gentrifying the whole area, they're using it as like a dog park now. So like they're what used to be like Howard's like yard or whatever it is. Like they have like just white people coming in, bringing their dogs in like it's a regular park. Because Howard's kind of.
Wait, you're telling me Howard is getting gentrified?
It's all news to me, bro.
That's the thing, because Howard, there's no like this is Howard and then here's the neighborhood. It's kind of it's kind of woven in. Yeah, it's woven in. So all those areas around there. It's just starting to get gentrified. So now you got all these people bringing their dogs to Howard. Like this is where my dog's going to shit.
That?
Hampton.
Harvey wouldn't go for it. You like dogs.
Yeah, right. If he could make some money out of it, he might.
Did you step? I know Asa did. Did you step on campus before you actually applied and were like, I'm going?
Yeah. So my sister's godparents are related to
Harvey?
Somebody that's important at Hampton.
Okay.
So they got me like a tour, and like the first thing I noticed was all the beautiful women.
That's the first thing.
Jesus.
That were there.
First thing.
There was no like being a junior, senior, whatever year I was in high school, and seeing like all like model looking black women in one location. I was like, there's no point for me to apply anywhere else.
Can we segue that to something that I think is very important to talk about, probably for current people too.
At least when we went to school, I don't know how it is now, but when we went to school,
we always had rumors about the ratio. It was 13-1, 13 to 1 guy, 8 to 1, 20 to 1, 16 to 2. We out here.
It always go up with like the women.
Always heard 1601 when we first joined up.
That's why I joined SRT. I was like, we need to keep the ratio alive. Student recruitment team. That's what we did. It was like we recruiting. You got to recruit by pictures too. No, here's what I really wanted to segue to though was that whole. I don't know if you want to call it. It's not a myth, but that whole thing about Hampton having such beautiful women and all that stuff. And we're there. We're like, God damn, you don't find your wife here or whatever. What actually happened when you got on campus?
Too many wives.
No. What ended up happening is everybody got so scared to talk to him. Mm-hmm. That's really what happened. What happens is you just looking. You looking.
Well, okay. You have.
I think it's a mixture of both.
But I think it's a mixture of both. But I think it's also like for me coming from Southern California. You just like you don't have that exposure to that type of the concentration of black women in one particular area. So when I got to Hampton, I'm just like, holy.
I will say this.
This is different. Like this is different. It was
different mainly because I don't know how to say this without seeming.
Yeah, I know what you.
Look, I'm just going to give my honest account.
Okay.
My honest account was. Now, I grew up suburb area. Most of the schools that I went to, most of the schools that I went to,
it was just us.
I was one of the very few black kids. All right, and that's real.
County, Maryland.
Okay, I was one of the few black kids. Now, unfortunately, in my experience, which I don't think this is everyone's experience, but unfortunately, in my experience, typically, you didn't have that, like that Hampton-looking girl.
Right.
There was only a couple of them, and for whatever reason, the gene pool wasn't, the best.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I think to Brandon's point is, when we got to Hampton, we was like, oh, black girls is popping.
Yeah.
Like, oh, snap.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. We had a couple sprinkled. Well, we know some.
Well, the thing is you got to think about, like, for real, you got to think about, like, your family in California as opposed to, like, think about, like, even two, or like, let me think of someone. Oh, Edwin, his grandfather went to Hampton. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have like a longer, like, where our parents, even our families as a whole, most of them just recently, as far as, overall history, came to California. Whereas like Maryland and the whole East, they've been there and have been there. Like, so they have just generations of the same type of legacies.
So what are you saying?
That you have a higher concentration of that type of woman. That's you know what I'm saying. Whereas
so you
as opposed to out here, it's a brand new thing. So as far as you've seen, just a bunch of
I would say like me being from Maryland, the DMV area, like DC is known as Chocolate City. So
right.
I was exposed to a lot of beautiful black women.
I would say in the area that we are in, not that.
No,
Southern California has a lot of concentrated black areas.
No, that's a fact. I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
The areas that we were in.
That's
why it was a shock for us when we got to Hampton.
Right.
We weren't in areas that were populated by a bunch of beautiful black girls and all that stuff like that.
I think what's even crazier too is like the same, like what you're talking about too, is like the realization when you do step on campus, you're like, damn. You think like for me, it was like being from here, I'm like not having that represented. I didn't have an idea of that. It's like anything you're not exposed to, you're like, oh, that exists? Like, oh, shit. But here you have no type of just like, whether it's on TV or whatever, you don't have any type of like, we didn't know about Chocolate City. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like a whole city like where it's thriving like that, like just black people. We don't have that type of, even anyone telling us that out here. So we're just like.
The biggest culture shock for me along those lines was I remember watching some show. And I remember feeling like, whoever wrote that show must have been some way out of touch white directors who thought black people talked funny, because the kids on that show were like, hey man, you want to go get a pop? Yeah, those are nice sneakers. I was like, first of all, no one says sneakers and nobody says pop. And definitely no black person says that. You know what I mean? Like, this has been my experience, my living experience. Man, nobody talk like that, whatever. Fast forward, get to Hampton, I'm hearing cats be like, yo, get that pop? What?
Like
hey, yo, those fresh sneakers. Those are sneakers. I was like, people talk like this? And so then seeing like everybody that looks like me, everybody looks like us, but we couldn't be more different just because of where we're from, but also so similar. That got me. I was kind of like, I could always tell where, we had this thing where you can always tell where someone's from by the way they dress. All y'all Moco cats, stripes. Anybody from Maryland, stripes and Nike boots. Anybody from Cali,
New Balances.
Yeah.
Oh my
you got the 992s?
Bro, you would get laughed out of a place in California at that time for wearing New Balances.
Dog, I still can't picture. Dog.
New Balances, I don't know if it is now, but New Balances was like
never
really
never. I mean, not really.
We look at y'all so stupid, like
sneaker,
bruh.
You even look back at it. You even look back at it now, like that's kind of retarded.
Nah, I still think New Balances.
Like some of my,
oh god,
some of my friends' dads used to wear New
for
Balances.
For running or for rocking.
For rocking,
god damn,
not for running.
But that was those were the big differences, right? Like we had total different fashion sense. We had total different slang. We had all that stuff, and that was the stuff that I loved about Hampton. Was like, man, you got to see all of that. Everyone was like, "Oh, you guys from Cali, huh?" And I didn't realize we were the only people that would wear sweaters and shorts. I didn't realize how like, ridiculous that looked to people, but they were like "Yo, y'all the only ones."
My nigga.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, "Yo, is it hot or is it cold?" We're like, y'all wouldn't understand. Like Cali, that's normal. Like we got a breeze up top and it's a little chilly, but your legs are fine, so you just let them out, you know.
Yeah.
But it was all that kind of stuff. Not being prepared for the winter. Oh man, we looked so stupid out there in like little sweaters, and it started snowing. Didn't have a pea coat. Didn't have a North Face.
Oh, did we still have the? You remember when we lived at the house junior year, and we had the Northeaster, and we did that whole weather documentary.
Oh man,
me, you, and we were snowed in. Me, you, and Marion.
Yeah.
I don't know where. We never showed anyone this video either. It was just me, Ace, and Marion, and it was a day we had that snow like 4 feet. So we just snowed in. It's just us three, and we was like, "Fuck it." Ace was like, "We gotta film like we on the Weather Channel, right?" So we like going through our neighbor's yard. We're not even dressed properly. We're like wearing like 2 pairs of like.
But this is what happens when you have not been exposed to true weather.
True weather
from California.
True weather.
We've never had a snow day. We had a snow day.
Y'all were wilding when it started snowing.
Oh man. It was like the greatest thing ever. Our cul-de-sac. We were wilding when we had the Nor'easter storm.
That's what I'm saying.
And our whole cul-de-sac was a pool.
Yeah.
But we was out there trying to surf. Everybody's like panicking, trying to move their cars. We out here trying to swim.
That was like also
fun.
That was also the first time I ever knew that you need to check the weather before you invite someone to sleep over for the night.
Wait, what?
You remember? You know who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is.
What's wrong with your mic?
Because
he's moved his mic 50 times.
No, because you see this piece.
I hope it's not affecting the sound.
No, because this piece it's like bending, so I'm trying to keep it from like falling down.
Mr. Fidgety.
No, look at it. Look at it. My shit gets bending like before I did that, it was bending down all the way. So I don't know if my thing was messed up. That's why I keep doing it. But anyway,
Brandon got ADD.
I do a ADHD. Don't forget the H.
That boy.
Look,
moving his mouse tonight. We ain't doing nothing on the computer.
I know. I'm trying to bring up. What do you mean not doing nothing on the computer?
I'm just saying, boy, gotta be moving something. No, finish what you're saying though.
We gotta cut this out. So start with a complete thought.
You gotta do what?
I'm gonna cut this part out. So start with a complete thought.
I don't know what you want.
What were you saying?
I forgot now. You guys messed up my whole flow.
The weather.
Oh yeah.
But start from the beginning.
That was the first time being in those type of conditions that I ever knew that you had to like. Before you invite someone over, you needed to make sure there's no nor'easter or snowstorm coming.
Wait,
because they may be there for 2 days. You ain't one of them for like 10 hours. They there for 2 days, cuz.
Oh, because they're trapped.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere in that shit. I never do that.
And then you look like the jerk trying to send them home in that store.
So,
what happened to you? I remember.
That's what I told you. I never knew.
I have never seen Brandon so miserable in my life. When this dude had to be forced to stay with a girl for I think it was 2 days.
It was 2 days. It was like
because we literally had a storm and her car was
you just can't move.
Flooded or something.
No, you couldn't go. You're not going nowhere.
You couldn't drive anywhere. And we didn't live like real close to campus.
Right.
This is pre-Uber, pre all that stuff. And this dude was just
like
really trying to figure out how can we get this girl home.
I was like, all right, group meeting, house meeting.
Hey, look, you think if we got a canoe, we could like.
Hey, so I'm gonna sled her 1 mile. You get the next. You get the other.
Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, you were squirmy.
That was the first time I ever had that.
That dude had the weather app on his phone right after that.
Second by second, like what's happening.
But no, to my point about I guess like girls at Hampton, it was just. For a lot of guys, it was just too many options. Like, you really couldn't settle unless, like, she was just, like, a super perfect woman to you.
Man, kind of. But what really ended up happening is everybody did was sit around in a circle talking about how fine everybody was and how they got dibs on that chick and how they got this and that. And then nobody talked to any of them. You know how many times cats called dibs on girls? And we was trying to stick to the G code, like, all right, we ain't going to talk to her. Nobody said nothing to her. We all did that.
Well, I think
freshman year all the way through until I think junior year, we finally was like, man, listen.
Wasn't that when we modified the what you could tag and what you couldn't?
Matter of fact, yeah, and that's a great point. Here's a topic. Okay. This is a topic. G code, okay? G code, because I feel like how we worked and operated as a group is completely different than how these people move nowadays. Reference to what we used to do as friends. There's about 6 or 7 of us. Would you say?
Yeah.
We have about 6 or 7 tight knit friends, and we have some alternates that come in and out. But we have some really close friends. And what we would do at the beginning of every year, we have what's called a man law meeting, and we literally recorded our man law meetings. Yeah. Okay, we had man law meetings. This was to establish how we are to conduct ourselves as a group of men operating usually specifically around women. Now, this was just general rules too, but for example,
establish it earlier.
We had to establish it from the jump.
It was so specific to the point where it's like, okay, if you are whoever it is, that individual walks into a party, and I see someone I'm interested in, like it started from that point.
We
like,
had codes.
Like from that jump was like
we had literal signals. We had codes. We had circumstances. We all knew how to conduct ourselves.
Let me jump in here. This is not to say like we were predatory, like trying to get like, oh, I got that one, getting that. But it's more of it's just going back to G code. It's a respect thing.
No, you know what? Forget that, because there is a whole lot of talk about nowadays. Everybody's so sensitive about like, you know, guys being predators on girls and all this weird stuff like that. But I mean, if you keep it 100, as a young man, especially in college, you got 2 focuses: school and girls.
Yeah.
Maybe drinking if it's that serious for you.
I think you also got to add in the times as well. Like there's a lot of nuance to like what was appropriate back then to what is appropriate right now.
100% now. But I'm just saying, like, I think people give guys such a bad rap when it's like all your center focus was on like how to get girls. I feel like as a young man and you single, that's what you do. You with your boys. In college, you with your boys just trying to get girls. You know, not in a weird, like, creepy, rapey way. But, you know what I mean? Like, that's how people make it out to be nowadays. But,
well, that's the thing.
It was a fun to chase.
Because the problem is there's more of the, unfortunately, rapey side than our side.
At least
of it.
being
I'm just in the general public.
Yeah,
I'm telling the general, just overall.
Yeah, there are
300 million people in America. Like, there's like, we see those dudes.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't operate how we do. Like, we established that shit early. Everything from how,
that's true.
Not even just how we treat each other, but like how you're gonna treat a girl that you're not even interested in that's around us. Like that,
absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like that in depth to it, to where we're like, no, you're not gonna, like, not saying that you would. I'm just saying, like, we know if a female's around, she's protected. No matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the biggest difference between, here's a huge difference between what we've noticed how other people operate and how we operated. We operated
Dose.
Under.
You remember Dose?
Yeah, I did. Not yet. We operated under the guise of mutual beneficial relationships and encounters.
Right.
Yeah.
None of us was like trying to take advantage of girls and be in some weird, creepy situation that was unfavorable to her. Honestly, all of us were scared of having anything happen. Like,
well, we didn't want
anything stupid.
We didn't let people around us like that. Like people that even.
But people knew that too, because I think everyone knew our reputation was. We knew a lot of girls that were very comfortable drinking around us and doing whatever, because they knew at the end of the day we were going to watch their back and hide their back. Yeah. If they did anything they regretted, they did it on their own validity and will, or whatever. Like, we all have crazy moments or whatever, but none of us were predators. Like, we weren't coming out to prey on them.
Right.
Yeah, like it wasn't weird like that. You know what I mean?
I think that's so, that subtlety and that I just relax.
It's very subtle.
It's lost today. It's lost. Like people don't like. I don't feel like people were even when we were in college. A lot of guys don't know how to just be themselves and just live. Like, just like
have fun.
Yeah, just like even if we don't get any interaction tonight, like we're still just gonna have fun, be cool, just be cool people.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like we're not gonna fight. Like if we don't get girls, we're not gonna try to fight somebody now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we're having just good energy. Two may dance all night by himself, and that's gonna be it.
That's
he will likely dance all night by himself.
But fuck it. You know what I mean?
I'm living my life.
You know what I mean? Exactly. That night turns out that night, then that's how it is. But it's not like these dudes be doing some weird.
When you look back at it, I think our focus was a great time.
Period.
Yeah.
And a great time usually involved having fun with the opposite sex. But that didn't always happen. We did a bunch of stupid stuff by ourselves all the time. Like just having a good time. Like we got plenty of videos on YouTube, I'm sure, of you wrapping yourself up in a burrito, or that was Dre. We just got a bunch of stuff we're doing just bored. But anyway, I digress. The point is,
remember Dre put a ping pong in his butt? This nigga Dre put a ping pong in his butt.
This is the kind of
not in his butt, literally. Sorry, let me.
You gotta explain that. You gotta tell the story.
For real, this how y'all feel?
Basketball shorts on. There's no punky stuff on that side.
I mean, you can still go and look it up.
It's still in his butt though.
I think it's called boredom or bored at the deuce or something like that.
Look up
bored at the
Ace B Too Fresh.
No,
AB Too Fresh. Excuse me, AB Too Fresh.
Yeah, you're gonna find
actually
on there putting the
we're gonna have to delete some stuff
in between his cheeks and
trying to make it into a cup.
I don't know.
We should see
spewing it out.
Like
booty bomb.
What the views are right now in that video, and then
his 100 days got a gang of views right now.
Really?
Oh yeah, the 100
his 100 days almost got. These
Hold on. Okay, wait. We're digressing, but
we're jumping. Yeah,
we are jumping.
Yeah.
But since we're on 100 days, let me make a declaration and a statement. I'm almost
explain what 100 days is.
Okay,
though,
yeah,
first.
you're right. That's true. 100 days is a celebration that happens at Hampton University when we have 100 days left of school before we graduate. Right?
Yeah.
And it's a big celebration. Only 100 days left, right?
Is my shit breaking?
It was our year that we decided to make a big video about it.
Right.
Like, yo, let's make this big video.
No. That was we were already making videos kind of.
No, I know we were making videos, but we made this video.
Particularly.
Yeah, we were making videos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying
the intention
is,
of it, yeah.
we made this video about our 100-day graduation day. Starting to get ready, whatever, going crazy. So we always did this crazy stuff. Like we would lift each other up in our student center where the DJ was playing and everybody was celebrating and having fun. We just wanted to do crazy stuff. There was cats in there making it rain, throwing money from like the balcony areas. We were lifting people up, crowd surfing, doing all kind of crazy stuff that we hadn't seen people doing before. Right. I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm saying we hadn't seen that in the years that we had been there. So we made this long video, and the point of the matter is we uploaded this video to YouTube back then, which was like nothing at the time.
Right.
And I've heard some people say that 100-day graduation video is what brought them to Hampton. Some people have literally told me that. Like, yo, I saw that video, like it made Hampton look hype, like I wanted to go there or whatever. Anyway, my point was, I'm pretty sure, and I'd be pressed for somebody to prove me wrong, but to this day, I'm pretty sure we were the first ones to really make the 100-day graduation video. I'm not talking about someone posting like, hey, I'm here at 100 days. No, I mean like 100-day graduation celebration, edited, Hampton's popping video.
Yeah.
Try to go back and find it. I couldn't. And now it's like a thing now. Like it's a big thing now. Like everyone makes these 100-day graduation
Sorry,
videos.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
This baby bladder. Baby bladder. All right, so.
And we're back. Brandon's down from his pee break.
Yeah, Mr. Pee break.
Got to.
Where did we last leave off?
I don't know, but the point was 100 days was cracking.
Yeah. So, anyways, little braggadocious moment for us was that I'm pretty sure we created the 100-day celebration.
I do want to add
videos.
that, like, being in college, one of the main I shouldn't say the main priority, but like one of the rewards sometimes of being in college is to join like a fraternity or sorority or whatever. But I really feel like,
oh snap!
See, I'll be touching my mic for that reason.
Go ahead.
All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties.
No, you didn't even notice we punched in because B2 so good at editing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what happened.
But like I was trying to say,
so back
one
to
of
it.
the major, peaks of being in college is joining a fraternity or sorority. But I think with our core group, like we really were like a fraternity, and we got love.
We did have
the community.
We did have some letters on our house. You know what I mean? We did have some letters on our
house.
People, when we moved in, there was like, "Is this a frat?"
Like our friend group, we've like at a certain point in our college career, we really felt like we didn't really need that life because we were already experiencing.
Dude, all right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
When's the first time you heard "Bam"? Or what? Yeah, what was the first time you heard it, and what did you think when you said like "Bam"? It's just three niggas. Like, what is that?
Well, wait. Before you answer that question, you got to preface it. Bam was the our three friends, myself, Brandon, and our other close friend, Marion. We all grew up together. We all grew up together. We all came out to Hampton together as a unit. And we used to throw parties together and
in high school
and stuff together. So we always used our name initials, BAM. And we would throw Bam Enterprises, Bam stuff, and that was like our go by. Our group, our friend go by was Bam. So if anybody said, "Yo, you going to that Bam event? Are you going to Bam?" So we were known as Bam. So that carried over with us into college. Like, we're Bam. Yeah. So that's what he's asking. What did you hear?
Yeah, because we actually had letters on our house that said Bam when we moved to college as well. Yeah. So, sorry, continue.
Okay.
I think it was either freshman or sophomore year. Maybe. I think the first time I heard, at least you guys use the term BAM. I don't know, like when I heard like other people say, "Oh, we're going to this BAM house party or whatever." Even though those
cracking. No one had parties like us because you know what? We didn't pay for none of our alcohol.
Oh yeah, y'all be
yes. We had them niggas from the Navy come over, drop off all them alcohol over.
But you know what? Like, here's the thing though. To that point. A lot of stuff happened really like serendipitous for us.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
We didn't plot out and be like, let's go find some people to buy alcohol for us. Like I think that was the thing, man. We just always wanted to have a good time. We had a great time, and that attracted some good people. Also some not so good people, but in this particular circumstance, we befriended a couple guys because our school is right by the Norfolk Army base or Navy base or.
I don't know. Navy? It's Navy only.
Navy, right?
I think
it's Navy only.
Base.
Yeah, Navy
it's
only.
Naval base. Anyway, so I don't remember how, but we ended up running into some Navy cats, and they was real cool people. And I think they had just come back off tour or something like that. We don't know.
They're all
just had a bunch of money to blow and was like, "Yo, man, y'all got all the parties and stuff. Let us kick in." We were like, "I mean, if you want to." So they bought a whole bunch of bottles for everybody. Made us look like we was popping.
Right. A couple of parties, y'all had like an actual bar.
We had a bartender.
Oh, we had a bartender.
Yeah.
And them dudes was bringing like handles of
top
booze,
shelf,
Crown, like.
These are college kids drinking top shelf.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Let's put things in perspective.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing, though. One of the guys was a white boy.
Oh, shit.
Which made us look like we hired some real professional help to come bartend one of our parties.
He was cool with doing it, too.
Cool.
He was like, "Hey, that's what I'm going to do.
Cool.
I'm going to be behind the bar so everyone knows it's official."
Yeah.
You do that.
And our bar was an old dresser that we had no use for.
Oh,
so we tilted it to the side. We undrilled the doors.
Emptied out the middle of it.
Yeah, we emptied it out. Like, we just made this makmakeshift bar.
I forgot about that.
It was so crazy. It was lit. It might have been my 21st birthday party. I think so. I think it was. I think it was my 21st birthday party. I remember that because our friend Eunice
when DJ was in the corner,
and it was crazy, huh?
Was that the one the DJ in the corner?
We had a DJ. We
had was your 21st?
We had a bartender.
Was that the one with the whole cul-de-sac? Remember, we had 5 people deep parked.
Yes.
That was
my 21st
birthday
party was outlandish.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do you regret not continuing throwing parties in high school?
Not continuing to throw parties in high school? I never sat back and regretted it. No, why? I mean, we should have done a lot more.
I was just thinking about yesterday. For some reason, I was just like, dog, we made $6,000 in one night throwing a party. No alcohol. No. This is underage parties, and we're not trying to sneak alcohol.
Legit.
Like, just legit. Everything above board, legit.
Yeah.
Made 6 racks in one night. And we never continued.
I wouldn't say we never continued.
We didn't throw a party like that again. Like we didn't want to. We were like, you know what? If they're making money at this level, what can we do next? That's when we thought of the next thing. But I was like, yesterday I thought about it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, we
should have been.
That goes back to like the YouTube thing that we were talking about.
Oh my God, missed opportunities. You talk about missed opportunities, man. Jeez, big time.
Our whole crew could have been YouTube popping right now if we just kept making videos.
But even on top of that too, is like 2000. What is that?
This is like when YouTube was like first. Like nobody was really on.
But not even that though. Not even that though. We had the Sony FX1.
Yeah.
So like anyone could make YouTube videos, but we were like, not too many
people
had.
To make HD. Yes. And only had SD. You couldn't even have the HD option.
Remember, we started figuring out the lines. Yes, the lines kept coming through it. You remember the best part of that camera?
What?
New York.
Oh,
y'all remember our New York trip? So this is so far back that first off, it's a Sony FX1, so it kind of went over your shoulder. It's about this big, this big. It went over your shoulder. You had a handle on top. We had two big lights on top. So like this.
Wait. We're real quick, but as you're describing this, the reason why this is so profound is because at that point in time, YouTube wasn't crazy.
I'm saying there was no.
So if you walked around anywhere with a big old camera,
this is
you were somebody.
It looked very. It looked very. It's not like
superficial.
Yeah, even now, like you know how great like DSLRs are.
Yeah.
But the way the FX1 looked, like you hold it on your shoulder, you got someone kind of watching.
Nobody walked around with a big old camera. Like people was like, "Yo, well, were you working for BET or then, like what is this?"
And then the way we would move is like if Ace was on camera, I make sure he was guided. So I'd be like, "Hey, watch out!" You look like a real production team. B2 would be on the mic talking, and I'm trying to clear everybody out. Marion's in the back, making sure everyone's good, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going out the way."
Like your sister or something?
Oh yeah, no, New York. So New York trip, it was, nigga. First off, I think we went up there on a whim.
This was at a point in time where if you brought out a couple of people who moved like we moved, one big old camera with a big spotlight, everyone wanted to know what was going on. Yeah. Nowadays, people are like, oh, some people shoot stuff for YouTube
right,
now.
Yeah,
like,
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah. They just, almost people want to get away now.
This is literally
at this point in time.
It's 2008, 2009.
Yeah, you bring out a camera and cats is like, this is gonna be on TV. You know what I mean? Like. It got us into so many things.
Didn't we try to sneak into the MTV Movie Awards?
Video Awards. That's what we were going with it.
We tried to sneak into the MTV Video Awards.
So remember it was me.
We did.
So it was me. It was us three and then Marion. We drove up to New York to meet with my sister.
Yes.
And we had no plans. It was like, fuck it, we gonna do this shit. Let's just go.
We literally winged that shit.
Yeah. We winged it. And then we get really close. What happened?
We did because we
got. So this is what happened. This is what happened. So we got to the main. I forgot what the place. Not the Irving Plaza. But where would they have it at?
Times Square or something, isn't it?
No, it's not Times Square. It's a. I can't think of it right now, but everyone knows where it is. So anyway, we were like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We told my sister and her friend, and then our other friend from Hampton. To be like, pretend like they're like Real World or something. Like they're like the host.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So then all four of us stepped behind, like, all four of us took, like, other guy being Marion, took a role as far as, like, the filming crew. To make it seem like we were official. Yeah. So we started on before we got onto the subway.
Yeah.
So you remember we started on the street?
Yeah.
I just remember starting by
Who was it? Your sister? Wasn't it Sam?
No, I think it was Chanel.
It was Chanel.
Oh, it was Chanel.
It was Chanel and Marlena. Stacey, Marlena, and Chanel.
Stacey, Marlena, and Chanel. Yeah.
That video's still up, too.
Is it really?
You have it on private, but I can view it for some reason.
What?
Yeah, you have it on private. You have it on private. I'll tell you why you have it on private later.
Wait, what? I don't remember none of this. All right, go ahead.
So, we started shooting before. I don't know why. We were just like, let's just see what happens. Let's go to New York City. Let's just film. Let's try to act like we were really filming some shit.
Yeah, we were filming Real World.
And we had two mics. We had the big ass light. So, we were in. I don't know where we started at, but start off in the subway. Somehow ended up where the MTV Awards were happening.
Yes.
So when we popped out of the subway, I don't know what street this is on or where it's at specifically, but there was like blockades everywhere. Blah blah blah. Like right where the shit was happening. So we were like, all right, cool. This is what we're gonna do. We got like I think it was Stacey and Chanel on the mic, and we're like, all right, we're making it like official right now. Let's go. And like. As soon as we started moving, that's when Taking Back Sunday came down on that parade. I don't know if you guys remember. They're like on a float.
Yeah.
They're on the float. and they let us in past the barriers. Mm-hmm. And so we were walking for a cool minute.
They thought we was a media crew.
Yeah.
Like, we just didn't have our media pass. I remember that. We forgot our media pass. But we got all that stuff, man. Come on, let us go. And it was like, all right. Man, that was so funny.
Let's go for a cool minute until like Taking Back Sunday like left the ring or whatever that was, the theater, and then came back into the theater. Yeah. So we followed them on the street, and as soon as we tried to get back into the other building,
it
was like, "Where's it at?" We was like,
I remember that.
We was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
but the weird thing was like when they was like, "Wait, where's your shit?" We were already in the barriers,
right?
Like we were on the other side, walking behind Taking Back Sunday, like. Let's go. We didn't have no plan.
No, nothing. We didn't know what we was doing. We was just like, we in here.
Let's see what happens.
That was the thing. We always try to infiltrate something. Like, we was always trying to like infiltrate, beat the system, find a loophole, just have confidence and a camera. But
most times, if you just walk swiftly and like you're supposed to be there, no one's gonna say nothing to you.
Just act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true though. Like we've done that time and time again. I've gotten in places just like. My go-to is get on the phone. Mm-hmm. Just, hold your hand up. Hold on, I'm busy. And just keep going. Nobody want to stop you. Like, nobody wants to stop someone busy on the phone. No. But yeah, that's definitely our MO, man. That was definitely our MO.
So, do you guys, right now is the second weekend, Coachella. Y'all missing out, FOMO, or what?
Definitely not. I think I'm way too old to be at Coachella at this point in my life.
Coachella, I kind of polled some people on Instagram about this because I felt like you got to convince me a lot more that you're actually having fun at Coachella. Yes.
I believe 80% of the people are not actually having fun.
It's a social media stunt.
That's what it is.
The only people, it's a social media stunt, and the only people that actually have fun and enjoy Coachella are the people who have money to get to the parties, the VIP passes, or the performers or whatever.
Or
what?
People heavy on drugs.
Yes.
You gotta be heavy on drugs.
No, but it's the thing. No, it's the thing.
Like you're dehydrated.
Coachella's not the one for drugs. Like, it is for drugs, but it's not. Like, EDC is.
I get that, but so is Coachella.
Not the same time.
There might be different drugs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I cannot be in the desert. I cannot be in the desert, dehydrated, and be on drugs. Like, that's... Bro,
but you'd be surprised how many people are doing
Well, see, this is my problem.
I'm too old for that.
My problem is, like...
Time has passed.
Yeah,
I went to Made in America the first year they had it in LA, and I just like, okay, you want to see like J. Cole at 7, you want to see whoever at 7 or 8:30.
Yeah.
If you want a good spot, you gotta get there at 11:30 a.m.
Oh, you gotta be there plotted,
and them
niggas,
them niggas is posted just like, all right, we're gonna stay here all day, my nigga.
6 hours,
all day, my
until
nigga.
I see J. Cole.
I'm gonna pee on myself. I don't get no shit. I'm stay here all day. Like, that shit ain't fun. Like, you spend $600 to just stand next to a bunch of people.
I would rather wait for them to come to like their own show.
Let me spend $60 on a VIP ticket.
Right, I'm saying, right, bruh.
Take and be good and
it's
be chill.
Hot. You drink, you get dehydrated. People are smelly. There's overcrowded, overpopulated, and then on top of that, unless like you said, you're there hecka early in the front, you way in a boony somewhere.
It's not a real
looking at it on the screen, anyways.
Because then at that point too, if you're not in the front, your experience is like, oh, I'm experiencing this with other people.
Yeah, I mean,
but what does that matter? Like,
yeah,
I don't want to go see a concert because 3 other randoms enjoyed it too. Like, no, I want to see this shit. Like, I'm not trying to stand a half a mile from the stage and be like, they're all enjoying it. Let's go, guys. Like, that's
I remember
crazy.
one of the best concerts that I remember going with all of us, like the core group of us, was the Lupe Fiasco concert in Hampton. Like, that shit was fucking
Where do you
amazing.
perform at?
I don't know. I think it was somewhere in Norfolk.
You know my favorite concert in college?
What?
Wale. Legion Center.
Oh, at the Legion? At the Legion?
Hey, let's make this clear. Nobody from DC was fucking with Wale freshman year.
Not even BT.
Nobody.
Everyone was playing Wale.
Nobody fuck with him. Like, they were like, nah, he ain't DC. He's not
DC. We was like, bro, y'all tripping. This dude is raw. performing at the Legion.
At the Legion.
This dude was tight, and we called it. We was like, all this, because B2 and all these other cats from Maryland try to put us on Beat Your Feet music and all this other stuff.
Feet
now,
music.
Whatever.
Go-go? Is that
Go-go? Yeah, it is. Go-go music. Now listen, I'm not gonna play go-go music. I had since come to appreciate it a little bit more, but at the time,
it's not you gotta.
It was so radical for us at the time. We was not really feeling it. We was like, this is too jungly, weird.
Jungly.
Yeah, at the time it sounded like
there's no mediation between like what we hear and what you know.
Listen, I'm saying at the time because, like I said, I have grown to like some go-go music, but at that time we was like not feeling it, not having it. So then we went to the Legion and they was like, "Yo, this dude from Maryland or DC."
No, we had remember that was before because we already liked his freestyle. Sprung.
Sprung. Yeah, we did like that. Yeah, we was like, yo, this dude's dope. He had a dope freestyle.
And Dig Dug.
Dig Dug was my jam.
That shit.
We was like, okay, we don't really like go-go. This was
that's my name. Like, these niggas out here from
that's my name. Don't forget it on the thing. Yeah, that was hard.
They were not feeling that.
Everybody was kind of like, yeah, whatever, but you need to find PC girl, PGZ,
whatever.
UCB. We like, man, we ain't trying to hear all that. Where's Wale at? So then we finally heard Wale was at Legion or whatever.
It's like a small.
Super small.
If you're on the East Coast, you know, or the South, you know what Legion is. On the West Coast, you have no idea. But it's like
the Legion was a small.
Like a city town hall in a small city, like Bakersfield. It's like going to Bakersfield, going to like a small.
The fact that Wale was at Legion lets you know how early on in his career this was.
Yeah.
So, anyways, long story short, man, we went. He performed. Everyone acted like it wasn't a big deal. Me and Brandon was like, "This dude is the next out. Like, what is wrong with y'all? He is gonna blow up. He gonna put DC on the map." And everybody was trying to act like all these other bands was gonna do it. And sure enough, what happened? Wale with DC Hope.
He's still not even where he is. Like,
I mean, like,
have you guys heard Free Lunch? It's the one with the blue. It's a EP he put out like last year. No, maybe a year and a half almost. It's the one with the Kaepernick. It's the one with the Cassius Clay.
Oh yeah.
That shit, I don't know how. Even he dropped it when Kaepernick was in this heat of his moment.
Right.
He dropped a whole song, like whole EP, 5 songs about black empowerment, and that shit got no love.
Okay.
No love.
But here's what I will say though.
What's his album that got no love?
That one about nothing.
That is my favorite.
That's one of the greatest. That's one of the greatest albums in the past.
It got no play.
Period.
No spins.
The selection, the skits,
everything. It was classic.
Top to bottom. That is one of the greatest album. One of the greatest rap albums ever created.
I relax, but it is.
I'll give it
up there.
I don't think you're crazy. I will tell you that. I don't think you're crazy for saying.
I think that, to me, it's
I agree. No,
rap albums ever created.
Validated that, but you're not crazy.
I don't know what number I don't know the number I put it in, but I definitely say it's definitely. What I'm saying. Like, it's overall great album, classic.
You're not gonna get any argument.
I don't know what top it is. I gotta figure out. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah,
but it's definitely. I'm with you. At least mine top 5 or past 5-10 years. That's probably one of my top played albums.
Top 5 albums.
Come on, man.
What?
Okay, just top 5 albums
right now. Listen, go.
Ever.
Rap.
I'm gonna start. Number 1.
In the category of rap.
Blue in Exile.
Ooh. Goodness gracious.
That's my
Can we
shit.
But you could call
mixtapes.
That's my shit.
Blue is another dude that didn't get no play, no spins like he should have. Blue should be out there just like
BLU.
Yeah.
BLU. If you see the E,
drop it. If you see the E, drop him. BLU.
Drop him.
If you see the E, drop him.
Drop him. That
album was fire. Blue in Exile. That's what it was called, right? There was no.
It's Blue in Exile, Below the Heavens. Below the Heavens. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Below the Heavens. That's like. Let me say. Okay. That's my list of most slept on. Let's do that.
Okay.
Because top 5 most slept on is what I'm thinking of. Because
I was gonna say Gold Link, but now they're kind of blowing up a little bit.
I'm really. It's one dude, isn't it?
No, it's a group, ain't it?
Gold Link is one dude.
It's 2 people.
No, Gold Link is one person.
Yeah,
one person?
It's that one nigga.
Oh, maybe I was just thinking about the song.
I thought it was because I thought it was more than one too.
Yeah, I thought it was one dude.
It's that one little scrawny nigga.
Whatever, he tight.
He's with Justin Sky, the one that sings
Justine Sky.
Justine Sky. Oh, excuse me.
I don't know who that
Justin
is.
Sky. She sings that song with Schoolboy Q and Miguel.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, top 5. Blue.
Okay.
You got Blue.
Slept on.
I'm going my number. Let's go around. I got number 1. I said my number 1.
I'll say Gold Link. Mine's not in a particular order. These are just people.
Gold Link is your number one rap?
No. Oh, are we saying who's the number one?
The question was,
person?
what is? Isn't the question your number one
underrated or slept on? No, like
okay, but we're ranking. We're ranking. I thought we were listing.
I thought we were making.
Are we ranking or listing?
Let's go. All right, right now it's a new topic, so let's just throw them out there and then sort it. Okay. First, you had to populate the list, and then sort the list.
Wait, because I had a number.
You have a number one?
Okay, who's your number
one? Oh, so I said my number one.
This is gonna be obvious to my friends.
Don't say Kid Cudi. Don't say Kid Cudi.
Man on the moon, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Boo. I'm sorry, I can't agree with that one.
No, you can't say Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi is very appreciated.
I know.
No.
Kid Cudi's not.
But I know. No, I know what you're saying though.
What is you saying?
I agree with you. Kid Cudi's not popular in the mainstream like that.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's never like.
Maybe not like at this moment.
It seemed like he was.
Everybody knows.
I don't think he ever was. No, not everyone didn't know he was. I never played this shit in my stereo. Did you?
Yes.
I never played this shit in my stereo.
If you ask 10 people,
I'm not saying no one knows him.
Did Kid Cudi change your life?
Absolutely.
I will say at least 5 or 6 people will say yes.
Now, tell me about these people that this music changed his life for.
Why
is that? Tell me that. Expand on that. Not even just for your personal, but like, what would you gauge it? Like, why is he?
I think he just tapped into like
vulnerability.
Shut up,
vulnerability or what? You know where he's going at. Yeah, I just want to bring it out of here. That's what I was trying to.
No, but let me wait before you finish, and I swear I'll let you finish. But the thing that makes me laugh so much is B2 really went through like a phase.
For real. That's
like hard.
No, that's why I asked him.
Like we was worried about him. Like all he wanted to listen to was Kid Cudi.
No, that's why I asked him.
If it wasn't Cudi, it was nothing. Like, bro, I don't want to hear all that happy stuff, bro. I'm listening to Kid Cudi right now.
It'd be
he was worried.
A whole house of people. He'd be like, I'm in a pursuit.
It got to the point where, like, we would give him the aux cord at a party, and he would start playing Kid Cudi. He was like, bruh, I get it. Cudi's tight, but this is not the time or the place for it.
He
spoke
to my soul, bro.
Oh my God.
He spoke to my soul at the time.
Why? Like, what? I'm not for you personally. I'm not actually to like.
Right.
But like, what is like? I've heard that before. But what is it? Because I don't have a connection.
I think if you,
I want to know for you though. I don't want to know generally because I already know generally. But what about for you? Why was it so impactful for you?
Because I feel like this is funny. It's funny now, but it wasn't back then.
Okay.
What year is this?
I don't know.
High school?
Whenever.
This
is in college.
Wait, what did he come out in college?
He definitely came out in college.
Pursuit of Happiness?
Wait, he came out.
I thought it was senior year of high school.
No, he came out in like high school with Day and Night and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
He was popping.
Okay. My bad.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that when you're going through like a dark period in your life, right?
Yeah.
And mine happened to have the combination of like figuring out my role in Hampton and my role in my friendship, and then going through like bullshit with certain females at Hampton,
right.
or whatever. And like listening to this dude, like I feel like he went through all of that, and then he put it into his music. So it was like I related to everything that he was saying, everything that he put out into the universe or whatever. Like it was just, I don't know, I just related to him.
So was it like for me, like when I listen to J. Cole, it's like a literal comparison I can like relate to. Is it that?
No,
or is it like
it
an
wasn't
overall,
like a literal like
just the vibe.
I was having
feeling.
nightmares and shit like he was, but it was it was like a just it was a shared pain. Like I think that's the best way I can describe it.
So it's like a black emo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely had your phase, man. And then when I asked you, the reason why I had asked you that, like, man, did Kid Cudi save your life? Because I had watched that Red Table Talk with Kid Cudi, and I had seen so many people like, Kid Cudi saved my life.
Well, when did you ask him that? When did you ask you that?
Like
recently? Because Red Table is recent, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
I'll say it had to be recent because that's just.
Well, no, I just asked him that this is way past his Kid Cudi phase.
Oh, gotcha.
But I just asked him, like, hey, back then when you was, like, heavy in Kid Cudi.
What was happening?
Yeah, like, what was going on? Because all these kids were, like, talking about suicidal and all this other stuff, all, like, depression and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I never associated it so much because I listen to Kid Cudi music. I like it. I didn't dig that deep into it.
That's how I feel.
I like the vibe. I like the sound. I was into the musicality of it.
Right.
I wasn't so hard into the message of it.
Yeah.
I didn't like relate to it like that, but you like was drawn to it.
I think he was like the first artist that I was like really into.
Oh, absolutely.
Really like.
So previous to that, you
I
had
was always mediocre.
Previous to that, you had no artist that you was like, this is mine.
Not like that.
No,
not like that.
Like,
I never
ever?
seen like that.
Like you never had that?
Ever.
I've
Not Michael Jackson.
Like,
not like no
you never-
top artist.
I don't
like
think
nothing.
I've ever liked an artist like he likes Kid Cudi.
Well, I don't know how he likes it, but I don't know how much he likes Kid Cudi, but like I would correlate it to myself is Jay-Z.
Oh, for sure.
Like Jay-Z, I can just break down. Like I won't say Jay-Z breaks. I won't say, but this is different. So I would say this: Jay-Z, I would never say like how to like save my life because I know he's not speaking the same type of shit. But Jay-Z resonates.
I think
I got you.
Kid Cudi was just he was a different type of black man that I hadn't seen before.
That's true. He was
and
different.
He related. I related to him on a scale of like
just being real.
There was a lot of things that I didn't feel like I related to within my black
the
community.
general culture.
Yes.
General culture. Excuse me.
Whereas I feel like Kid Cudi was different. He spoke to an audience that was much broader than what rap was
portraying.
Yeah. You know what? To that point, I don't mean like segue into it like this, but
you didn't pour nothing in there. You was about to close the bottle.
Can I finish my sentence?
No, you gotta open the bottle back up, nigga.
Right, you closed the bottle.
I was about to pour.
No, nigga, you gotta open it up to finish. I didn't see you pour something.
My point was, I don't think I resonated like that with an artist until probably like. Nah, I'm not gonna say until Nipsey, but I resonated with Nipsey a little bit in that way.
Right.
Not necessarily just because of his music and gangbanging. Like everybody knows I'm hood. Like we all know that.
You guys keep talking.
Here you go with your pee break.
You gotta pee again, my dude?
Bruh,
Yes.
baby bladder.
Keep talking.
Anyways, on lines of you and Kid Cudi or whatever. I think I resonated probably with only two artists like that before. One of them was Nipsey. Mm-hmm. Not just for his music, because I like hood music just because it make me feel like, last time that I checked. You know, like that stuff hypes me up, right? But the way he moved, the way he thought, the way he talked about stuff, I always felt like, bro, like that's a real one. Like, man, I be on that same stuff. Mm-hmm. And he blended two things that I liked together. Like, I like listening to like hard rap music, but I don't really resonate with most of the BS.
Like, it's like also, remember our talk we had, I didn't think about this until you said it right now. Remember our talk we had in our group chat when By the Block came out? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, we had like an extensive talk like, nigga, like this is what the fuck needs to happen.
Right.
Like when Rick Ross and Nipsey were talking about that shit, like, but I never thought about it until you said it right now either. It didn't resonate, like, I feel like it resonates after the fact, but I never really thought about it like
but that was the thing. That was the thing for me with Nipsey. It was like, yo, like I started for the first time to feel what people like you felt with an artist, because I don't feel that with artists.
After this past one, you meant just reminiscing before it happened.
No, like this is why I like Nipsey.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
like,
gotcha.
And reminiscing is a little bit different, but this is why I was drawn to him, because he was talking different, because it was a mixture of like hood music that I like, but with a different message that I also like, you know. And I just loved it, you know. And then also just listening to his interview, seeing what he was about and all that stuff. And that was the first time I started to feel like, man, I like this dude. And I'm not that type of person. I don't really get drawn to people. I like their music or whatever, and that's cool, and that's pretty much all it is. But with him, it was just like, it was way different, and I resonated with that. And that's when I started thinking like, maybe this is how Two felt with Kid Cudi. Like this, I feel like I know him, but I don't really know him. Yeah. And I think it was because I identified with a lot of what he was saying.
Situation,
You know, he hood, I'm hood. He business oriented, I'm business oriented. Right. He gutter, I'm gutter. You know what I'm saying? He represents streets just like me.
Oh my God.
But Asa.
In a lot of ways.
Asa.
You know, I'm hood.
Adjacent.
Right.
You stay across
the street.
You're the house across the street. Like, damn, that's a big ass house. But you look across the street.
As
he says this, we need to put a picture of Ace's actual house where he grew up.
First of all, relax, bro. Okay, you still could be hood. Nipsey was still
but that is real though, because I feel you on that too. Because like, although it's like when you talk about California hood, it's like people think you had to be in it. But I'm from the same, not even the same ilk as you, because you know what I mean, two streets above me. No, but seriously,
not real up there.
No, but for real though, it's like that connection of you had cousins in the life, or understand enough to understand what the hell is going on in this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at too with it. It's like, of course, my personal life.
Well,
I grew up in the burbs, but you know, your family, your cousins that were actually in the.
You call that affiliated.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's my point, and I think this was one of the dope moments that really solidified how I felt about Nip was there was this one thing that he said on an interview. I can't remember where it was, how long ago it was. I'm sure I saw it on YouTube or something. And I always feel like, especially in this day and age of political correctness and all this stuff, right? People get jumped down other people's throats about what they say and how they say it and all that stuff. And I'm just like, ugh. Like, people won't really want to hear me talk freely because I probably upset a lot of people, whatever. But he was being interviewed and someone was like, saying something about someone I said. And anyways, Nip responded like this. He was like, look, I try to usually listen to the intent of what someone is saying, not necessarily their delivery.
Right.
And it was crazy to me because just saying that, just that little piece made me be like, thank you! That's what I've been saying this whole time. We trying to tell people, like, we pay way too much attention to, like, you know, what people are saying, not why they're saying it or how they're saying it. Like, everybody can't deliver a message spotless. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times people say stuff that might be offensive, rude, or whatever, but I try to hear, like, what are they really saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm like, more people need to do that. And I think since that has been, like, my thing for so long, but I never, like, articulated to people or whatever, just him saying that, I was like, I love this dude. Yeah. I love him. He's awesome. He's amazing. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy that, like, when you find something like that to connect with somebody, it draws you in. So I'm like, if I'm drawn in to Nip on all these other little things, but that one little thing, for whatever reason, resonated with me so hard, I can only imagine if you going through whatever you going through, whatever, and then Kid Cudi come out, you know, all that stuff, whatever. So I was just kind of like,
no, you got it.
Nip was he actually was like he's not as big as Kid Cudi to me in my life, but he definitely was up there as far as like celebrity like influential people in my life. Yeah, like he was the first. Like I remember watching an interview. I didn't even really listen to like his older music. Like I heard about him on Victory Lap. Like that was the first time I really like listened to his music. And then after hearing Victory Lap, then I listened to like his older stuff and was like, oh wow, he's really good. Like he's really dope.
Been about it.
But then I watched his Breakfast Club interview, and that's when I was like, damn, he's really smart. He's about his business. He's about like uplifting the black culture. Yeah. And he put me onto this. I think it was either him or Charlamagne who put me onto the book of like what is it called? The spook at the corner or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That is a book. Yeah.
I read that book and I was just like, wow, this is a book that I feel like every black person should
Have you
read.
seen his list? Nipsey's list.
List of books?
Yeah.
No.
So like Charlamagne kind of like alluded to like books he already told him about, but I saw a list. There's like I think it's 12 books that Nipsey and Lauren London have talked about. Like the one main book was the not the Soulful Man, but I'm trying to think of the name of the book.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Something like that. It's like Soul.
It's like How to Treat a Woman or something.
Something like
It's along those lines of like how to treat how a man should treat a woman.
I'm trying to think of it. I
forget what the title of it is called.
Was it the Bible?
No, it's a good one. It wasn't the Bible.
What chapter of Deuteronomy do you want to do?
Listen, I will say, I think everybody knows, but you don't even have to listen to his music. Well, on the date of this recording, we're 2 weeks out from him passing?
No, longer than that. We're about a month. What's today? The 20th?
A month, really?
Yeah, he died on I believe March 13th.
No, yeah, he died the night of my dad's concert.
He died.
Was on the 31st
of March. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
It was almost a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, not quite, but almost. But anyways, you didn't have to listen to his music to be a fan of him. Everybody knows that. Like you could just be a fan of who he is, whatever. And he's super impactful. Anyways, I think this would be a very appropriate time to describe something that we do in our friendship group. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
that we have been doing for you.
And we gotta give it. We gotta give it.
Well, here's the thing. For a very, very long time. Do you have it? Oh, you're on GroupMe, right?
Yeah.
Can you pull it up?
I might be able to. Like the initial, first time we ever did it.
It don't have to be first time, but just show one.
If you don't mind, can you hit the D-E?
Hit the D.
D-E.
Hit the
and
D.
D-E. No homo. N. You hit me with the Z. Oh, don't search chats. Don't search the names of it. How do you search the actual chat?
Anyway, okay, why you do that? All right, here's the thing. We have a chat group like everybody else does. And in this chat group,
Inspiration Nation.
We call it Inspiration Nation. And all of our buddies, we get in there. We talk mess. We, whatever your chat group says, the same thing we do.
All the people that we've been talking about on this podcast are in this
chat group, basically, right? All our good friends.
Let's be honest. Let's just name them. There's only what, 7 of us? 9 of us. Oh shit.
Who is all of them? Okay, we got E Bell,
Alice,
Elliot Bell, for those who know
Alice Bell,
Elliot Bell.
We got 2, Smitty, myself. We got
Edwin Jones.
We got my nigga Cool Breeze today.
We got my nigga Eric,
Schmittlesworth, Smitty.
E Smitty.
We got Gucci Lee
from UAE.
No,
they're all over.
He's not back. He's in Paris right now. He's got married. Shout out to my nigga Eric.
Hey,
congratulations to my nigga.
Smitty's doing
he's
hell of
big
things.
Yeah.
He's
traveling all over
the world.
One day, man.
We should.
He has to come out. He has to be on the episode for that.
We got M. Leezy Boy, Gucci Lee. Well, formerly known as
Gucci.
Formerly known as Gucci Lee.
AKA Aniche King.
That boy was sponsored by Aniche. Boy, I had all the sweatsuits. That man right there is in San Francisco. We got Happy Feet, AKA Carlton. AKA
Ryan Brown.
AKA my freshman roommate.
AKA Deacon.
Effie.
The Deacon.
The Deacon. He go by many names. That's the man right there. That's the Chef Boy R. Brown. Out there in Jersey right now.
Can't forget about Nate Dogg.
We got
Nate
D-O-double-G. There's not much you can say about Nate. He's just a real one.
He's a silent killer.
He is silent. He's silent.
Like, he won't say much to you, but
don't
ever disrespect him. Don't ever disrespect him.
Nate is the only dude I know from Delaware that's from New York. It's the only dude I know from Delaware.
He encompasses the the joke Delaware, like Delaware.
Yeah.
You say something wrong, Nate will be up on your ass. Like, you be like,
I think he's one of the only people in our group that hasn't fought amongst one of us.
Oh, probably. Nate wouldn't fight with nobody. Yeah. He would just be like, all right, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
And then you be afraid for your life.
Just know. It's coming. Anyways, I don't know. The point of that's our group. We got a bunch of friends. You guys are going to hear about them probably throughout most of our stories or whatever. But the point is, amongst our friends and all our accolades and things that we do, all of our friends are doing different things in life right now, right? So anytime one of our friends does something exemplary, something super dope, something that we're all very proud of, we like to uplift our friends and show them that we appreciate what they're doing. By a very simple, small token, we call it the Denzel.
Hey.
And what we do is we send out very sparingly. You gotta really earn the Denzel.
You gotta earn the Denzel. Like, to get a Denzel is like a high accomplishment.
Very high
achievement.
I'm still scrolling looking for another. Oh, we didn't get my nigga Eric a Denzel for that.
Oh,
damn, we fucked up.
Damn, we did fuck up.
No, it's okay. He got his time.
Next week, my nigga. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyways, a Denzel, only when you do have an extreme accomplishment will you get a Denzel. And I'm trying to get you to show what a Denzel is.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't. It's so far.
Here's the thing. The reason why it's called a Denzel and the reason why it is what it is because as men, I like to think masculine men, we don't always portray our emotions like, right. Hey man, I love you. You did such a great job. We're so proud of you. Like, we don't really.
Not even love, but just appreciate. No. Not even love. Like, I love you.
I'm just.
But
saying,
I appreciate what you did for yourself.
Right. But we say all that, but we don't say it.
Yes.
Right. That's what it means, but we don't say it because we don't be getting all gushy like that. So instead, really what we do is we just give each other a head nod and be like, hey,
my nigga.
King Kong.
That's it. And so since Denzel has a meme that literally from Training Day, I think it was.
Yeah,
he's
same
just sitting
thing.
in the car,
my nigga.
smoking a cigarette. He looking at him, go, hey. My nigga. And that's pretty much.
That's what the Denzel means. It's like appreciation. Like, yo, I see you, my brother.
It's major appreciation and a very subtle gesture. So that's what we do. Like, if you have a big thing. So, anyways, I segue to that because we always want to recognize people on this podcast. I think it's going to be a very big thing for us. So I think it is only appropriate that the very first podcast. Denzel
goes Bruhmigos goes to
Bruhmigos has to go to my man Nipsey hustle.
Hey.
Faux show. I'll let two explain why, honestly, because I mean, there's so many reasons why.
Well, let me explain because I'm from California. First off, Nipsey is really the only. You know that Nipsey's the only first rapper that's from California. Tupac's from wherever, Brooklyn.
He's from Baltimore.
Baltimore, fuck that. Corrupt's from not from here. Corrupt's from like some weird state in the Midwest.
What are you saying?
What about Dr. Dre?
Nipsey's the first.
Dre?
No, Nipsey's Dre's a producer, right?
What about
He's
the
also a
game?
rapper.
The game. Did they ever speak any positive shit? I'm talking about someone that came from the roots and grows a flower.
Because you say he's the first rapper.
Right.
Well, you guys cut me off.
No,
you cut me off.
Whoa.
You cut me off. He is the first rapper from California, born and raised in the mud, in the gangs, and come out and talk about this positive shit. Like even Game, he doesn't talk about positive ever. What positive shit has he talking about?
I mean,
tell me one song.
I will say this: I don't know that he's never said anything positive. I would just say he's not known predominantly.
You won't put on the documentary and be like, I'm about to get motivated. You can listen to Victory Lap and be like, I'm about to buy commercial real estate. I'm about to make sure my wife is good, my family's good.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get your point.
Like, there's no... And then the fact is, though, like, the main rappers that came from, or as known as California rappers, a lot of them are not California rappers. So they portray, like, a California thing. Nipsey's the
stereotype.
Yes. Nipsey's the first one
that's
authentic. From here.
Authentic.
And grew into a rose out of the concrete and to show you what it really could be. Like, all this other stuff seemed very just...
Gimmicky.
Yes. It's no, but this was real. Yeah. There was nothing fake about this. Yeah. So I think that's why it's resonated so deeply amongst different gangs and people amongst Southern California, because this is the first real one.
Real recognized.
Real one.
Yeah.
And you hear it though.
Yeah.
The way it resonates, even people not from California, sure. You know, like, oh,
genuine. Even on the East Coast.
Yeah,
in New York,
everywhere. Fucking London, everywhere. The worldwide right now. That's the thing about, like, this is like going a little deep, but if you believe in string theory, which we're all connected in some sense, the way he resonated, his death resonated amongst everybody.
Oh, the energy
shifted. Yeah, there was a vibration that just everyone's like, to put it in the lamest terms of string theory, like everyone's strings was just all vibrate at the same length, at the same time.
Even my mom, my mom doesn't even listen to rap like that. My mom hit me up.
We all felt the waves like, what's happening right now? Like you all felt like. You're on a boat for this, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, to that really, really quick point for me, I had never ever experienced an energy shift from me, from anybody dying that I did not personally.
I have never dropped a tear off of any celebrity driving.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. This one, if I hear this song right now, I may still drop a tear.
Like, we were too young for Biggie and Tupac for it to really impact our lives like that.
That's a fact. But I to this day still remember Tupac, Aaliyah, and Biggie dying. Like,
like, I do remember
like, literally visual. Like, I remember my mom coming in there, like when Tupac died, I remember literally my mom coming into the kitchen telling me and John.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. But it's like, oh shit.
But it doesn't
hit
it was
like
you.
An oh shit.
That.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
same thing with Aaliyah, same thing. Like, it all hit. Like, I think Aaliyah hit probably the most before that, but not so much. Cause
it was more so her circumstance of her being young.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah. It was all that kind of stuff. But anyways, like, with Nip, it was the first time ever. I think everybody has this regular human decency where we can feel compassion or whatever for people. But past that, this is the first time I've ever been like, kind of like, oh man, like this feels weird.
Like, yeah, I don't want my regular.
Like, what the frick is that? Like,
hey, I can't do my regular day too.
Yeah, like, man, this just feel weird. Like, it was weird. Like, I didn't want to see nothing else but Nip on Instagram.
I just felt like mainly only been playing Nipsey Hussle.
Right, it just feels.
Well, you know what's so crazy about it too is like I've had a not crazy, like not unique, but like I had a Nipsey Hussle and Meek Mill playlist workout to every day, 4 to 5 times a week. Actually, that's not every day. But after his passing, dog, literally, this is the first week I've been able to listen to his songs in the gym and be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm like, I'm about to cry. I can't work out to this. Like, I'm about to cry. Like, I'm like, fuck.
And I think for us, it's just not only his music, his positive motivation. I mean, all the stuff everybody already knows. But the energy shift.
Resonates, yes.
The resonation with, like,
that's why
everything. Like, whatever it is, his music, how he moved, whatever. Like, even if you didn't really know him, nobody that I'm familiar with, for me, has had that kind of impact. Period. And it still trickles. It's still trickling. It's still moving from how we move, whatever. Like, and I think for not just black people, just people in general, man, like it was hitting hard. So I think it's only appropriate that we give the very first one to my man Nipsey Hussle. So Nipsey, wherever you at, you hear this? We just want to say,
my nigga.
You get the first. You get the first Denzel.
The first official.
The first Denzel.
Bruhmigos.
You lay
Denzel Award.
That cultural appropriation.
I can't do that, but he got it.
That was good. What was that?
Whatever. I got a little bit of extra.
I can't replicate it. He got it though.
But
and that was a fun first episode, huh?
Yeah, I think we should end it on that note.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's nowhere to go from that. But we should direct our listeners to when they can hear us. And
I don't know.
So what you're gonna do is
be Schmitty. Hit him with it.
You're gonna follow the Bruhmigos, BRUHMIGOS, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter.
Bro, we gonna be all over.
We're everywhere right now.
Hey, we're gonna get this thing
right now.
This is the first one.
This is the first
Give us some time.
Yeah, give us some time. We're gonna figure it out. But more than anything, this is fun, man. And y'all gonna probably see, like, we're gonna start upgrading a little bit. You know, if anybody want to help out, you know what I'm saying, donate a little something. It's cool. We're gonna get a logo. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to.
Oh yeah, that should have been already delivered, but you know I don't want to pay the extra $35 for expediting.
Oh yeah, we got a logo that works. Big Smitty didn't want to pay for it right now.
In memory of Nipsey and for his art. Fuck it.
All right, here we go. In memory of our inaugural, the Denzel, give it to my nigga Nipsey. But not only that, start of a new adventure for us.
Yeah.
New podcasts, new dreams, new streams, new things.
Hey,
let's do it.
Bruhmigos.
Shouts out for Nipsey. Hey. Bruhmigos, let's go. The podcast, let's do it.
And we out.
Peace.
Love and chicken grease.
That was cute. I like how y'all tried to do that.